Good morning, everyone. I'm coming to you from Howick, and tonight we will be having a meeting here. There's a lot of people that have responded. I hope we have enough space in the barn where we will be having the meeting to squish everyone in. So bring your camping chairs. It's going to be exciting. But in the news today is something absolutely fascinating. I have learned that we actually have an info regulator. Can you believe it? An information regulator. And this information regulator is now wanting to make the mainstream media make it known to you, the public, that they are now finally going to do something about WhatsApp and Facebook colluding together. This is hilarious because these companies have been working together since forever. They are literally in bed together, and now all of a sudden we have to hear that they're going to do something. They're going to use their might and power to save us, the public, because our phone numbers and all our information has been decimated. This has been happening since forever, and it's funny to hear that now all of a sudden there's a headline which says South Africa's info regulator is activating long dormant powers. They have power, dormant powers, ahead of a possible Facebook fight. Please. This is hilarious. This is in Business Insider. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel and you are interested in my perspective on history as well as the future, especially of the world in South Africa, then please subscribe and click the bell icon to receive notifications. And as we go into this article, it, uh, it's just going to get really, really funny because you can read this article yourself in the link in the description below this video. So please go and read it and laugh with me. So there's a couple of subheadings that I want to cover and just break down how ridiculous this is. South Africa's information regulator, I didn't even know we had one because they've been doing nothing up until now, is activating its power. Interesting. Why are they now activating that power? And why is this now in the news in Business Insider? Insider. Under a 2013 law, okay, we are now more than 7 years later. To ban the processing of some kinds of personal information without prior permission. Some kinds, which means these people, and you'll see it throughout the article, actually will allow other people to misuse some of your information. So they decide what is to be misused and what is not to be misused, because that's what it boils down to. The ban kicks in on the 1st of July, along with many other parts of the Protection of Personal Information Act or POPIA Act. But the process of turning it on started just weeks after the information regulator issued a stern warning to Facebook around its WhatsApp service. You should all know that Facebook owns WhatsApp. Mark Zuckerberg, the man that built that program for the CIA so that all of us can be monitored. And all of us go and give our personal information freely. And I have absolutely no problem doing that. I have nothing to hide. The problem is when they start using your information and when they start controlling what you're putting out on their platform. This is when it becomes a problem. The ban happens to cover exactly what the regulator feared. Facebook using personal information it previously gathered in new ways. Okay? Now, Facebook is telling you that they're doing this. They've been doing it since forever. They've been using that information, supplying it, and selling it to businesses that pay a small fortune for that information so they can target you with adverts. I speak about this at length in my meetings, and it is not going to stop. It is not going to stop, and no regulator is going to stop that either. Facebook must be absolutely laughing at it. They'll just say, yes, sorry, and then they get someone to carry on doing exactly the same thing. South Africa's information regulator is activating powers that have long laid dormant in South African legislation. And most of the people in society will go, hurrah, this is absolutely wonderful. This is such a joke. They are going to use powers that may come in handy if it, if it picks a fight with Facebook. Making as if these people are fighting Facebook. They are working with Facebook. They are communicating with Facebook on a daily basis. They say, as seems increasingly likely, as if they're going to be fighting with Facebook. They're putting this in the public domain so that you think that they're going to do it. These people actually know the names and phone numbers of the people that work for Facebook Africa. Hello. And they are actually continuously in contact with them. They collude together. The regulator's chair, this is the cherry on the cake, Pansy Tlakula, on Thursday gazetted the necessary notice to turn on. They're turning it on. A relatively obscure subsection of the Protection of Personal Information Act, or the Papaya Act, on the 1st of July. They're going to turn the switch when more headline grabbing provisions of the 2013 law also come into force. It's a 2013 law and they're activating parts of it now. You should wonder why. I can tell you why. There's other things in that law that'll stop you from doing certain things. This is why. The effect is a ban on the processing of some types of personal information. From 1st of July, companies will be automatically prohibited from going ahead with covered processing endeavors until they get specific permission from the information regulator. So the regulator will still give them permission. What absolute hogwash. Will you know what permission's been given? No. You will know nothing. And this is why we need to change the governance system so that the people are actually in charge of the country. Because currently we're in a dictatorship. We don't have a government. We don't have anything democratic or even slightly close to it. And I continue with the article. And one of the areas the ban covers is processing related to any unique identifiers. A telephone number, for instance, for a purpose other than the one for which the identifier was specifically intended at collection. They intended to use it for advertisers. They intended to use it to see who is in your list, your telephone list. They intended all of that. So why is there a problem here? This is all just a foofy nonsense article. It means absolutely nothing. That happens to be exactly what the regulators warned Facebook not to do with the telephone numbers of South Africans collected by its WhatsApp service. So they're saying that you shouldn't use it to supply it for things other than what you intended to use it for. They intend to make money out of it. Come on. This is a joke. In early March, the information regulator very publicly took Facebook to task around the controversial WhatsApp privacy policy update. Did they fine them money? Did they close them down? No. Took them to task. What does that mean? Taking someone to task. Writing an article like this to make people believe that something is happening. It had warned Facebook not to take information submitted to WhatsApp and processing it, and I quote, with the aim of linking that information jointly with information processed by other Facebook companies. Close quote. The regulator said in a statement. Now we know from the hearings that happened in the US Senate that Mark Zuckerberg was caught with his pants down, admitting that they've been doing this for years and that this is normal. He was like, what are you people on about? I mean, what's the problem here? None of the stuff is in actual fact regulated at all. No one cares. You need to decide whether you want your personal information abused like this, and most people are okay with it. WhatsApp requires a mobile phone number on sign up. It also offers a contact upload service, harvesting the address books of users. Harvesting the address books, I like that. So that it can notify those users when pre-existing contacts of theirs start using WhatsApp. And they obviously do that. They'll say this person is on WhatsApp now. Even besides WhatsApp, if you on many of the other platforms, Signal, uh, you know, they will tell you when a new user is available on that. The Russian-based spy app, exactly the same. Telegram tells you when there's a new user available. It harvests. They're not going to stop doing that, people. WhatsApp says it does not share user contacts with the rest of Facebook, and it creates a cryptographic hash of the phone numbers of people not yet in its network, while discarding their actual telephone numbers. This is what they are saying. Please, do you believe any of this? This is a joke. But its privacy update is intended to integrate the WhatsApp messaging service with business services offered by the broader Facebook group, including shop fronts. Shop fronts. They want to make money. This is all about consumerism, and most of the youth absolutely want this. They don't want privacy, they want all the information to be known so that they can get things easily. Just speak to Siri and order something. That's what it's about. Should you interact with such a third party shop, WhatsApp says some of your information will be shared with Facebook. Okay? Now, such integration could mean trouble. Under the powers Plakula activated with a notice on Friday, a company such as WhatsApp will also require prior authorization before it may use any unique identifier. They will need authorization. So, is this regulator going to tell us, hey, WhatsApp is now notifying Facebook, we need you all to know this? Or do they just give them permission to make as if they actually mean something and she needs to earn a salary? Okay, because that's what this is about. We have this regulator, I've never heard of them before. I'm sure these people are earning a whack, and I actually have no idea what they're doing. I'm not sure that they actually know what they're doing. I'm not going to go through the rest of the article. You can go and read up further what they are saying. They're speaking about the deadlines and they're talking about legitimate risks of data subjects, etc. But you can go and read that yourself. All I can tell you is your information will be mined extensively, permanently, on an ongoing basis. It's not going to stop. So, whatever app you are on, or any application on your laptop, on your tablet, on your phone, you're being monitored and the information will be used extensively for any purpose. And you're not going to stop it. No regulator is going to stop it. It's an absolute joke that we actually have any freedom like that. It doesn't exist. So, Pansy, um, you should come out, show your face, and explain to us why you're earning a salary being paid by taxpayers. That's what I want you to do. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon if you want notifications on future videos. And if you're new, please go to the playlist section and go and watch the Question Everything series in the first four videos in the Moment in Time series. And then you will know what this channel is about. There's many new people on the channel making comments. Obviously, they haven't had the time to go and watch the Question Everything and the Moments in Time series. So they don't understand what the channel is about. That I'm touring around the country, that I've done 44,000 kilometers now, that I've spoken to thousands of people, and that I actually have real information on the ground. So the comments are sometimes embarrassing, but that is to be expected and that is fine. So I really welcome you to the channel. Do make the effort to go and watch the Question Everything series as well as the first four videos, at least in the Moments in Time series. Thank you very much. Till the next video.